It's the Ron and Fez Show. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Time to play. Yeah, what do you want? Yeah, what do you want? Yeah, what do you want? Any question at all? And we'll give you an answer. Here's Dan in St. Pete. Dan, what do you got, buddy?
First, I have a correction. Vice premieres tonight, not Sunday.
Way to go. Way to go, Chris.
My first question is, you mentioned all the TV shows that you watch, but none of your staff seems to watch them. So I want to find out, what does Chris Stanley and Fez and Shelby watch that you know?
All right, give me a show that you guys watch that I don't. Shelby.
How about Breaking Bad?
It's not on TV anymore. Chris, what about you?
Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Resurrection. It's another Sunday night show. It's like Lost with Dead People. They're going to break open the crypts this weekend.
I have no idea what that show is. I saw one preview. They're bringing the little kids back?
Yeah, it's...
how do they get their body? How do the bodies work?
That's what we still don't know yet. So far, 2 people in this town of Arcadia have come back from the dead. One's a little boy, one's an adult guy.
Yeah, what do you want? Dave in Columbus, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
I got a question for Ronnie.
Yeah.
What's worse to you, being in traffic in the Lincoln Tunnel or stuck in traffic on US 19 in the wintertime in Pinellas County?
There's more people at the Lincoln Tunnel, but they can drive. Where on US 19 in Florida, you're running into a lot of elderly people who struggle with it all. Yeah, what do you want? Jeff, any question? What do you got, buddy?
Hey, who do you think is going to die first, Fez Whatley or Pepper Hicks?
If I was a betting man, I'd say Fez Whatley.
Nice.
Yeah, what do you want? Daryl in Boston, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, Ron. I was wondering what your first car was and any interesting stories that go along with it.
69 Chevy Malibu, nicknamed it the Gray Ghost. Fucking, the whole thing's an interesting story. Yeah, what do you want? John in Brooklyn, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hey, buddy, I got a question for that little luscious lip twink in training. What I want to ask Shelby is, every time I hear his voice and his whole persona, he comes across to me like a David Sedaris. I want to know if David Sedaris is his true inner influence.
David Sedaris fan, Shelby?
I'm not that familiar with his work, more of his sister Amy.
Oh, his sister Amy figures.
What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what do you want? Philip, you're on the Ron and Fez Show. What do you want?
Got a question for you, Ron.
Yeah.
What was your favorite Unmasked and why?
Well, first of all, so many of them are my favorites, but I can tell you that the one most people bring up to me, most comics in particular bring up, by far, Patrice O'Neill. The one that a lot of people go, and it was the second one that I ever did, but the one that comics go back and listen to over and over and over. I've done some really big names, but it seems like it's not even close. If some comic, and it just happened to me yesterday, and they came in, we're such big fans of Unmasked, and I'm like, when am I going to hear the Patrice part? And boom, 2 minutes later. Out the other night, run into a comic, loves Unmasked, Patrice. Always comes up first. Yeah, what do you want? John, what can we do for you? Yeah, what do you want?
Hey, I'm cruising down the road listening to the Allman Brothers' first album, specifically the song Dreams. I think it's the best first album from any band, and wanted to know what you think is the best first album from any band.
There's so many great ones. I'd have to say the Doors' first album, the Pretenders' first album, Guns N' Roses' first album is pretty fucking unbelievable. But I'd go in that direction. Yeah, what do you want? Dennis in Florida. Dennis. Let's go to...
Yeah, what do you want?
Pat. Pat.
Hey there, Ronnie B.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe go around the horn. Maybe one person take it. But what's the top most impressive moment of your life, whether it be personal or on the radio?
Shelby.
Most impressive moment in my life, we were playing football, thinking like just a pickup game, and a player that would go on to play college football, I caught a pass and totally juked him out, and everybody like carried me off the field. Semi-ironically, but you
Were
know.
you wearing pads?
No, it's just two-hand touch, but I think
Okay.
he like fell on his ass.
The most impressive moment of your life was a two-hand touch football game. This is the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Fez Watley.
The first time I met the Nature Boy Ric Flair in person.
Hicks.
Avoided major jail time by getting some things past some police officers.
Mine would be being with the people who were being born at that moment, being with the people who died at that moment, and my first LSD trip, age 14.
Yeah, what do you want?
Holy shit to all of those. Rick in Brooklyn, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie, I just want to touch on one thing real fast. Shelby just said he caught a pass with a football, but he couldn't catch a basketball from stupid Chris.
That's true.
You're stupid.
Came out of nowhere.
Hey, listen, Ronnie, got a question.
Yeah.
Would you ever do a one-time show with Ron Diaz, just bring him up to New York?
Absolutely,
Do a one-timer?
100%. Love to. Would love to do it.
How can you guys make that happen?
You know, under the right circumstances, I've always thought that we would do like a reunion thing one time. But he's been very successful in Florida. I'm up here in New York, so.
The YNF days, man.
Yeah, yeah, I'm lucky I ever got to do that show at all. It was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, what do you want?
Teddy in Pittsburgh, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Ronnie B, what's going on?
Hey.
Question for you. For a guy that's never been to New York and you were spending one day there, what would you do? Where would you go? Where would you eat? Those kind of things.
Well, everybody gets to do one. Fez?
I would do the Duplex Gay Club in the West Village.
I go to Mary Batali's place, Babbo.
I would head to the Comedy Cellar.
Make sure you hit the high line. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez.
Yeah, what do you want?
Let's go over to our buddy Shrekalove. Shreka.
Hi, buddies.
Hey.
If a girl was looking to get out of Phoenix, where should she move?
Where would you recommend she moves?
I'd say Portland, Oregon. It's progressive. It's not nearly as hot, but just great outdoors.
Fort Lauderdale had some great times in spring break there.
So stupid.
Go for it.
Fezzy.
Come to New York City, Shrekalove.
Yay. Unpack my bags. Fezzy, can I live with you?
Sure.
Really? This is, what do you want, Fezzy? We can't be fucking around doing this. Has to be honest.
Oh, no, you can't live with me.
Oh, gee.
Oh, God.
Gosh.
God.
That's so sad.
No.
Yeah. All right, honey, thanks for calling.
Yeah, what do you want?
Andrew, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie B, when you were doing stand-up, did you have an act or did you just do crowd work? And is there any tape of you doing that?
I did both, and any tape that I know of is not like, broadcast quality. Once I got in the radio, I pretty much slowed down any stand-up stuff.
Yeah, what do you want?
Bertie, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, what's up, buddies? Hey, a while back, Shelby mentioned that he's been renting a room with a African-American family, and I wanted to know what's that like, and does that have any effect on his privacy and masturbation habits?
I don't live with him anymore, but I ate a lot of plantains and heard the N-word a lot of times, which I had no idea could be used in so many different ways.
And what does that have to do with your masturbation habits?
Didn't slow me down.
Nice.
Yeah, what do you want?
James in Utah, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Question for everyone. Mayonnaise or Miracle Whip?
I'd eat poison before Miracle Whip. Mayo.
Hellman's bring out the best.
Who eats fucking Miracle Whip? It's insane. Mayo.
I don't get mayo on anything. I prefer any variety of mustard.
Sounds like someone got jizzed on as a little kid.
It's all coming back.
Yeah, what do you want?
Here's Darren. Darren, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
This is Ron. I've always been intrigued with your sobriety. If it's not too personal, could you tell me what caused you to get sober? Something bad, or you just say, fuck it, I'm done?
I think for me, it's when you start to hurt other people as much as you've been hurting yourself. Everybody has their own kind of moment of clarity, though.
Yeah, what do you want?
Terry, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I want to know what Pepper's favorite celebrity sex tape is.
Kim Kardashian, just because she was so famous at the time.
But you admit terrible sex, right?
It was no. There's awful all around.
Let's also admit this. There's no such thing as a hot celebrity sex tape, which goes to show you porn sex and real sex are two different things. And porn sex really isn't sex. It's some kind of aerobics fucking thing that they get into.
It's theater.
But it's not the way people actually fuck. When you see people actually fucking and they tape themselves, couldn't be duller. Could not be duller. Has there ever been and I'll ask this to my comedy nerd, a comedian sex tape in history?
Comedian? I don't think. Would you consider Fred Durst a comedian?
No.
I guess not then.
Yeah, what do you want?
Joe in Seattle, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I was wondering if we can get Shelby to sing a little bit of I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Real quick, Shelby.
I can't get no satisfaction. Got it. I don't know any other.
That's actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Let's go over to
Yeah, what do you want?
John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
What is you guys' favorite wrapped candy?
Wrap candy?
Wrapped candy.
Wrapped, like wrapped in a wrapper?
Yep.
Chris Stanley?
Cherry Jolly Ranchers.
Starburst.
Double bubble gum.
If I had to say, I'd probably just say something plain like a Hershey bar with almonds. Not all that big into store candy. Not a big fan.
That's all I eat.
Do you really?
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, just candy.
Remember, this is Yeah, what do you want? You can't be doing your little jokes right now. You have to be serious. You eat candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I eat a lot of candy.
Whatever happened to the candy man coming through for him?
He said there was another box coming. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, what do you want?
Let's go over to Eric. Eric, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, boys. Ronnie, the other day you listed albums that you cannot do without, which was pretty awesome. But I kind of want to get everybody's top album in the last 5 years, and I also kind of want to hear, Ronnie, what you think of kind of the new music with the little bit of the electronic influence.
I haven't been able to get into it. It's been played for me a couple times. I don't fucking roll, so that probably has a lot to do with it. It's nothing I could find myself listening to in my car. I said, and I can't get by this, the new Beck album has fucking floored me. What about for you, Shelby? Last 5 years, favorite album?
Favorite album? Maybe one by Tame Impala, Australian kind of progressive, psychedelic band.
What about for you, Hicks?
Easily Dirty Radio by Sally Ford and the Sound Outside.
And Vez?
I haven't listened to an album in the past 5 years.
Somebody actually wrote into me. Remember that girl that was Eastside Dave grew up with her, Nicole Atkins?
Yeah.
She has a song, she says, came to her in a dream. In the dream, David Burns of the Talking Heads was singing to her this song called Girl You Look Amazing. And she got up, recorded it into her phone, and claims that, and it's like a number 10 song this week on New Rock.
That's freaked out, man.
Here's Joel. Joel, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Mr. B, I wanted to ask you if you've heard Molly the Intern's new song she's featured in by the Chainsmokers. It's called Selfie. You're going to love it.
Send it to me. ronandfez@AOL.com.
Right now.
All right.
Yeah, what do you want?
Fezzy, let's get you in the head. Head in the game, buddy.
Watching sped up scenes spun by broken machines.
This is Nicole Atkins.
For the nowhere girl. Oh, darling, see what you're missing. Don't worry, I pretended you was someone else when I kissed you.
Sounds very Pretenders to me, more than Talking Heads. Trey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Everybody's first celebrity crush.
First celebrity crush. Chris Stanley.
Miss Elizabeth.
Nice one.
I think I saw Amanda Pete's tits in the whole 9 yards, and I was like,
sweet one.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it at the time. Huge crush on Lee Majors.
I'm going to probably go Goldie Hawn. And you notice how the generational difference that the show has. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here is Jay.
Yeah, what do you want?
Hey, Fezzy.
Yes.
Your rule. Listen, if I was your intern, I'd knock that nigga Sam's ass out and fuck him in the butt, like I used to do in the Fed pen.
None of these things are a question.
Yeah, what do you want?
Here's Dave in Columbus. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, this is for you and Fez. Did that Lynn Austin divorce fucking over Darren Dalton put the Hooters on the map, or would they still be successful?
I don't think that they had anything to do with it. That was really, Lynn was their first poster girl and all that, their first big pinup, but her getting divorced didn't have anything to do with it. That was just one of those right place, right times. The chance that you run out of food that no one else in the country has seen. You got young girls delivering it. It all just worked for those guys. Let's go over to our buddy, the Daily Leader.
Yeah, what do you want?
Rest of your life, you only get one. Music, movies, or TV?
Music, movies, or TV, you only get one. Chris Stanley.
Music.
TV.
TV.
Music. I can't live without that.
Yeah, what do you want?
Here's David. David, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Ron, I was wondering if you, Fez, and Pepper could answer what your feelings were when Black Earl quit, because I was just overwhelmingly sad for him when he quit on the air.
I don't really have that thing because I still know Earl as much as I used to then. So no, I can't say that I was sad. Fez?
I was weirded out because I didn't know what he was doing when he read his prepared statement. I didn't know what he was up to. And then when he quit, he still went to a meeting at Sirius afterwards. So I was still weirded out and confused on what he was really doing.
I thought, I didn't believe he was actually quitting. I didn't think he would ever fucking walk. So I thought I was just fucking blown away.
You don't have any feelings, Shelby?
I didn't know him then.
Jay, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ron and Fez, Radio Gold.
Yeah, what do you want?
Open to the room. If you couldn't do radio anymore as a career tomorrow, what would you do?
Chris?
I'd be a Bitcoin trader.
High school drama teacher.
Plumber.
No, you're being serious?
Yeah, you can make like 90 grand. It's not. It's a growing profession.
But do you have any skills in that area?
Become an apprentice.
All right. So if you weren't doing those, it would only be something to make money.
Yeah. I think that's the point of a job.
Really?
Jesus.
The only reason why you do this job is to make money?
No, but...
Then what the fuck are you talking about, Shelby?
What other skill? I don't really have any skills.
Yeah, you don't have any skills here. I mean,
Yeah.
for technically, it's the thing that you're worst at. We were just talking today, before you got here, about how much you panic when you have to go on that board. What did you say you did yesterday, Chris?
I asked him a question just about. We were in the office. I asked him a question about Profit, our program, and his eyes just fucking blew up wide, like deer in the headlights.
Well, I thought I had fucked something up previously.
I could not picture you with a wrench in your hand going into somebody's toilet. Alan, what do you want?
I have a question for Pepper. I was wondering if he got to see Neutral Milk Hotel when they were in Brooklyn, and if he did, what did he think of them?
I saw them in Port Chester, New York, and it blew my fucking mind seeing the whole band together.
Your mind was blown, huh?
It was amazing. It was just an amazing, amazing night. They sounded just like the album. They sounded great. Jeff Mangum, he's a star.
If someone sounds just like the album, I'd rather just listen to an album. I think the worst fucking accolade you could give someone is you sound just like your album.
Well, I meant that his voice. Sometimes people's voice get weird, and there was questions about his voice, whether it held up, and it has. It sounds great.
So sad.
Yeah, what do you want?
CJ in California, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Ronnie,
Yeah.
what's been the best Blue Apron meal you've cooked for you and your girl?
Damn, it's a very good question. There are so many great Blue Apron meals. I was just bringing up to the guys how I made a Manhattan chowder last night.
Beautiful. That was delicious. That was delicious.
It's phenomenal, right? What about for you? I'm going to give it a thought, but what's your favorite that you've made so far?
I just remade the Italian wedding soup last night. The soups are the best. The chowders and but that Italian wedding soup with the meatballs and the spinach was phenomenal. So
Dude, you know what?
What do you prefer?
That actually has me thinking about it. Even that burger last week with the pretzel roll.
Oh, the pretzel, yeah.
And the melted cheese. The Asian coconut soup was amazing. I'm actually digging it more than I did when I started. But good call on the Italian wedding soup. I might even follow you into that. That's a strong one. All right, peace.
Good luck, buddy.
It is the Ron and Fez show. Coming up, we're going to have a comedian stop by with us.
Dan, St. Germain will be here in a little bit. He's performing at Niagara tonight in New York City. That show's at 8 o'clock.
And, we don't promote this a lot, but we're doing a hell of a March Madness. And no matter how many times we have meetings about how we want to promote the March Madness and get out there, we always forget. But it's going to be a great one, and we're going to be getting a bunch of comedians to jump into this with us. So make sure that you go over to the iBang and sign out for March Madness. Got a Kevin Durant that we're giving out. Justin in Iowa, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Ronnie B, question for you.
Yeah.
See, of all the people, we always hear about your favorites that you have interviewed with your interviews and Unmasked and such. Who's top of your list that you'd like to get living currently?
Well, there's only, Bowie. It's always Bowie. And that's just for my own selfish reasons. I probably wouldn't even interview him. I'd probably just keep saying, you're Bowie to him over and over. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Matt in Birmingham.
Gentlemen, I'd like to know what your favorite Grateful Dead song is.
Wow. Stella Blue. Fez?
Oh, I don't have one.
Samson Delilah.
I know none of them.
Yeah, what do you want?
Here is Dan. Dan, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Blessing or a curse?
when the other Ron left the show?
Well, nothing's supposed to last forever, but I never would have came to New York City. I would have probably ended up staying in Florida for a long time, and that wouldn't have been too fucking cool either. So yeah, everything's a blessing, don't you think? Even the bad things in life turn out to be a blessing if you view them that way.
Yeah, what do you want?
But the truth is, you always want to get the chance to do new things. Andrew, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ronnie, spring training is here. If you tossed it around the diamond, what is your all-time Philadelphia Phillies lineup?
That's a very fucking good question. And what I would probably do is just put Steve Carlton in 9 different positions. But I would not have Smitty at fucking third base. Puddinhead Jones from the 1950 Whiz Kids. Sorry. Better fucking name. And I played ball with his son, who we nicknamed Jellohead. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Ryan, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, morning, fellas.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, if any of you guys could be a superhero, who would it be and why?
If any of us could be a superhero, who would it be and why?
Dr. Manhattan from The Watchers. The fucking guy was omnipotent. He became a god.
The Watchers?
Or The Watchmen.
You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, Chris.
Watchmen.
Shelby.
I'd say Batman. You can just have a lot of cash, fuck women, rich.
Oh, definitely Batman. That
Stop
guy's got brain
stealing
power.
from fucking Shelby.
I've always been a Batman fan. Long before he was born, I was wearing a cape.
Long before Batman was born, you were wearing a cape?
Long before Shelby was born.
And is it because of your brain power?
No, it's that I wish I had.
You paint a story with words. I really do feel like I understand now for the first time. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Here is Joe. Joe, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ronnie B, $1 million.
$1 million.
Listen, wondering why everyone pipes down whenever Fez tries to contribute.
Always waiting for the follow-up line.
Yeah, what do you want?
Always give him a little bit of air so he has some place to go. Always hoping for that day. He just fucking takes the ball and runs with it.
Yeah, what do you want?
Jimmy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yo, Ronnie B.
Yeah.
So if you got David Bowie on there, would you ask him about banging Mick Jagger?
Absolutely not. I never ask anybody about their personal life. I ask people about their work. Very, very little interest in people's personal life. But love to hear about their work. Here's Sean. Sean, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ronnie B.
Yeah.
Personally, for you, what was your most embarrassing on-air moment?
Doing a show with Fez.
Yeah, what do you want?
Matt, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, going back to your first celebrity crush, mine is Diane Lane. Diane Lane, for you guys in The Outsiders or Judge Dredd?
Well, first of all, Cherry Valance. It's got to be Cherry Valance because the song looks best on both sides. And the girl from across the tracks is the only girl you really fucking want. The girl from the Better Neighborhood is the first fuck up you have in your life because you put too much on her. Here is Dan. Dan, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, Ron, this is for you and Pepper, your favorite, I guess, baseball manager of all time.
Oh, that's a fucking good one. You know, I grew up with Frank Lucchese as a little kid, and he was a lunatic. And then I ran into him years later, and he was like a scout or something. And I had a chance to talk to him, and he was just like, "Those were some good times, weren't they, pal?" He was like so old school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we sure did it. And I'm like, God, how weird that I'm having this conversation. All-time favorite manager. Who for you, Chris?
It's got to be Joe Torre. I mean,
Really?
Yes.
I don't even think of him as much of a baseball guy.
Oh, he is Mr. Baseball.
I mean, it's a fucking right place, right time. You could have probably managed that fucking team.
You could have had some great umpire arguments.
Well, those are always my, Danny Murtaugh to me from the old Steelers was fucking great. But, the old Pirates. But that's also because he was a Delaware County guy. Who's the one I'm thinking of with the Orioles that was great for years? My fucking mind left me, and I'm with the baseball guys.
Earl Weaver.
Earl Weaver, yeah. Let's go over to Foreman. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
First off, Bobby Cox in a lock. Secondly, to my question,
Bobby Cox did less with more than anyone in history.
yes, but he got thrown out of more games than any manager, making him a really cool manager.
Think of the talent that guy fucking had. He should have buried the fucking Yankees for 2 decades.
They won the division for 15 years straight.
And that's it.
Won the World Series. They would have won in the strike year. Come on, screw the Expos. Anyway, if you had to lose one of your senses, which one would it be?
Well, Foreman, you've lost one sense already. Common. Hicks for you?
Sight.
I'm gonna say
What?
hearing. I can't go around bumping into things.
Smell.
You give up taste with smell too, though.
I'll still give it up rather than hearing and sight.
You really don't want. You wouldn't care what anything tasted like again?
I mean, it would be a bummer, but compared to the other 3, yes.
Then you'd never know when your mustache was in your mouth. Danny, you're on the Run and Fez show. We're playing.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Hey, my question is, anyone in history, who would you do radio with, alive or dead? You and Fezia.
Jesus Christ. Those things, there's so many people that you'd love to do radio with. But, I was just talking to some of other guys. They're just saying how there's no young talent coming up in radio. That it's really a dying thing, particularly talk radio. It's so fucking sad to me. Jeff in Chicago, you're on the Run and Fez show. What do you want?
Hey, Ron?
Yeah.
I have a question. I'm 44 years old, and I want to know if the Cubs are going to win a World Series in my lifetime.
I can't see it, dude. I mean, I'm sure something could happen, but I don't see it happening anytime right now. There's nothing to show that Jinx fucking team and that Jinx city, well, that Jinx side of the city, is ever going to get a fucking series win. And maybe it would suck if they do, because then they'd be like the Red Sox. And now who cares? The Red Sox won. They don't seem so romantic anymore. Dave in Columbus.
Yeah, what do you want?
Hey, can I give you an F, Marry, Kill scenario?
Sure.
Brooklyn Decker, Halle Berry, Katy Perry.
I'm going to take... Here's the thing. He can't marry fucking Halle Berry. Look how that fucking happens. That's a fucking tough one. I don't know which one of them I'd want to fucking marry. This is almost like fuck and kill, fucking kill, fucking kill for me. Hicks, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to marry Halle Berry for the craziness.
Mistake. She's taking down better men than you.
I'm going to kill Brooklyn Decker, and I'm going to fuck Katy Perry.
I'm going to fuck Brooklyn Decker. Again and again and again. I think I'm going to kill fucking Halle Berry and then marry Katy Perry and live in a fucking cool pad. And probably end up being cucked to John Mayer.
I guess I'm stuck in this weird marriage with Halle Berry until she kicks me to the curb.
Dude, believe me, that'll be the luckiest thing to happen to you. She'll light your shit on fire at night. Shelby, your turn.
I would fuck Brooklyn Decker, kill Halle Berry, marry Katy Perry, but cheat on her with Deborah Messing.
Let's go over to Lance. Lance, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Fezzy, I got a question.
Yes.
In which order would you blow everybody in the room? Go.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand him.
Give us your cock-sucking thing for everybody in the room.
Oh, Ron, Chris, Shelby.
Fuck. Is this reverse order?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm going to dump so much fucking cum in him. I'll kill him before you guys even get around to it.
Good. I don't want his cummy mouth on my dick.
By the way, he didn't have any time. Look how we struggled with our thing, and his just went off just so fucking quick. Blaine, you're on the Run of Fez show. Blaine.
Yes.
Yeah, what's up?
Which major sporting event would you love to go to? Down to Wimbledon, Super Bowl, NBA Finals, PGA Golf?
Jesus
That's
Christ.
everybody.
Well, you know what? Since you brought it up as a trip, Wimbledon would be the best one. It's the summer. It's London. That would be fun. After that, I think you got to go to World Series. And give me NBA Finals. Finally, Stanley Cup. Give me the golf thing. And then I'll go to the Super Bowl, only because it's so much fucking jive. It's so much security and all that. It's a pain in the ass. No one else should even have to do that. It's too stupid of a question. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Bill, New Jersey. What do you want?
Biggest car over 1975, my buddy.
Hooah!
Guys, would you be upset come April if Fezzy leaves?
Well, it really hasn't been put on the table very much. You're a couple weeks away, Fez. And have you been in any discussions?
I have been in no discussions down the hallway, and the agent hasn't talked to me.
What are you thinking?
I'm trying to stay positive on that. That no news is good news.
You think it's going to go right down to the last minute?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. It'll be over that weekend.
One way or another.
Yeah, it'll continue over that last weekend. Yeah.
Right down to the Monday.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Monday at noon.
What's your gut tell you?
My gut is saying stay positive, yes.
So give me percentage-wise.
60-40.
Wow. I didn't even know it was that close.
Yeah, that's what my instinct is telling me. Maybe I would feel better if I heard something, but then I'm trying to think not hearing something is a good thing.
60-40. What do you think his chances are, Chris?
I'm going to say, I think he's at 80-20 right now.
Positive?
Positive, yeah.
Shelby?
75-25.
They don't seem to listen to the show, so that helps you.
Yeah.
What is the biggest negative for you think?
Just times where I've had trouble on the air, like when I cried about my father, the anniversary of his death, things like the emotional things. Those are the things against me, I think. Make me look really unstable.
I think just the opposite. I think those shows work better for you than the I'm not talking, going away shows playing the sniper role. I think that's a rougher place for you to be in. And this kind of dead air moments. The not answering back or just stopping yourself tight, I think, is what works against you. The screaming, crying Fez, I think probably works to your advantage. Although the day that you said this job was going to kill you, if I was your boss, I was like, I don't want to risk this. Because as the guy who works with you, I don't think that you should be in here if you feel like the stress is so bad it could kill you.
That's why I was thinking like the emotional things could work against me.
Well, I mean, just that statement alone, where you were, and I even asked you if you were serious, and you claimed yes. Now that we're in the very serious, yeah, what do you want? Were you serious that day that this job could kill you?
No, I wasn't serious about that.
Then why do you tell me that you were?
Because it was at that emotional state, I felt like I was, but that was just in the peak of a moment.
Corey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron, how's it going?
Good.
Favorite blues band, not music, not individual, but band.
Favorite blues band of all time. Now we're talking about. So I can't say John Lee Hooker. I got to say the Allman Brothers. What about for you, Chris?
Canned Heat.
That's a fucking weird name. That one shocked me. Fez, you don't have one?
No, not outside of Jake and Elwood.
Rick in Brooklyn.
Hey, Ronnie. All right, here's the prize-winning question right here.
Okay.
This is for the room. Lifeboat. You cannot include yourself. So if you're going to ask everybody else, it would be lifeboat between Fez and the whole room.
Oh. All right, so I can't.
You cannot.
I'm safe
yourself. You would
on
have
the
to
lifeboat.
do like a miniature.
Okay.
Like a miniature lifeboat.
Okay, so in this room, and you can't vote for yourself, Chris, who you chuck off the lifeboat?
Shelby.
Shelby?
Chris.
Fez?
Shelby.
And I throw off Fez. 866 Ron 0 Fez. 866 Ron 0 Fez.
Yeah, what do you want?
Jeff, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, hey, Ron, if you stole a 777 airplane, where would you hide it and what would you do?
Shelby's lips. 866 Ron 0 Fez. 866 Ron 0 Fez. Jeff in New Jersey playing.
Yes, Ron. This is related to the questions. This is for the four of you. Who was your favorite coworker?
All right, so let's not pick any of the on-air people. Who's your favorite coworker here?
Michelle.
You just met her.
I know, but by far.
Not even close, huh?
Not even close.
And she's the one who protects you with Tim, right? She's
Oh,
the
yeah.
one who turns things around for you. Good call. That's a smart call. Chris.
Liam.
Liam is pretty cool.
Backstabber to both you guys.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So, all right, Spencer.
Really?
Spencer yells.
Handsome Johnny's pretty good.
I think the idiot that used to work in HR and now is the fucking social media guy. What's his name?
Ross.
What a fucking... If there's ever a carny in the world, it's that guy. I always admire people who shouldn't be able to hold their job and do. And he's amazing to me. Here's Alan. Alan, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Yeah, this is for all you guys. You fucked up. You're on death row. You got your last meal. What's your choice?
You know, that's to me always comes back to a comfort food, something you enjoyed as a kid. I might even go fried chicken, mashed potatoes, watermelon. Yes, that may sound racist in today's age, but I'm telling you, it's delicious food. Fezzy?
A boiled ham and a whole boiled cabbage to go with it. I wish my grandmother could cook it.
And by the way, anyone can boil food. No one boils food better than another person. You heat up water and you ruin a ham by dropping it into it. And then you let that boil until the taste is gone. What about for you?
Just a whole mess of Taco Bell.
Oh.
Just to shit yourself?
You're awful.
Leave a mess.
Blooming onions and a 12-pack of Budweiser.
Very, very honest. 866 Ron 0 Fez. 866 Ron 0 Fez. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
What do you want?
Would Fezzy stay if they renewed his contract but at a 50% pay cut?
Well, I don't want them to hear this, but yeah, I would stay.
Why?
Because I would want to stay here.
How about a 75% pay cut?
I think that's too much.
Here's Jason. Jason, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey guys, y'all are in charge of that celebrity boxing. Which two douchebags you put in the ring to pummel each other?
Fezzy.
Conan and Leno.
Shaq and the Flying Tomato from the Olympics. John White.
Why?
I want to see the fight go down.
How about Clinton and Lewinsky?
Wow. And I'm going to go for Muhammad Ali and Stephen Hawking. 866 Ron Zero Fez, because they're both in the same shape. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Travis in Maine, what do you want?
Million and change, Ronnie.
Yeah.
This one's for Fez. If you had that magic button to find that 777, you push the button, you find the plane, but 1,000 homosexuals die. Do you push that button?
No, I'm not pushing the button to find the plane.
Wow. Dave, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Who would you rather do an interview with, Neil Young or Prince?
Jesus, this is a great fucking question. Neil Young. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Gorilla Bob, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hello, boys. I'm still laughing at your remark about walking in Ali. That would be a great fucking fight.
Yeah, be close.
Yeah. Hey, Fezzy, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's the most embarrassing gift you've ever given Ron?
Oh, that's good.
I would imagine people want me to bring up the matchbook, but the most embarrassing one for me was when I gave you the towel warmer.
Oh, God.
And it didn't work. I was humiliated by that because I thought I have found the perfect gift. This is a great gadget that Ron will like.
Sure, $24. Why wouldn't it be the fucking perfect? Can I tell you your most embarrassing gift you gave to me?
Yeah.
Friendship. That's the most embarrassing gift that you could ever give me. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Jim in Ohio, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's the best movie you saw in the last 5 years that very few other people have seen?
I'm going to probably go with a documentary. Last year's Act of Killing was a mind fuck. It was probably more of a mind fuck than most horror movies I could ever even think of. So I'm going to go with that one. Shelby?
I'm going to say Ballast. It's a very, very indie, and it doesn't even seem like you're watching a movie. It just seems like you're watching real life.
Upstream Color by Shane Carruth, the guy who did Primer. It's on Netflix.
And the interview is this weekend. That's why he's popped into Hicks's mind. Let's play that thing that you fucking talk so stupid again. Fezzy, for you? Superman?
No, it was when you told me about Bernie with Jack Black.
Oh boy. Any recommendation I'll take, it'll only be the gay ones, and then I'll watch it 100 times. Same thing happened with A Serious Man. He just kept watching it over and over. And it just grates at me. It just grates. Like, yes, that's one. This is Hicks trying to jump in my serious discussion about independent film on Ron Bennington Interviews, which you'll hear on the Indie channel. 7 o'clock Sunday night, Fez?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
On Indie 104.
I was going Central, though.
Oh, yeah, then you're right.
I'm always thinking Central. Chris, why do you prefer independent film over Hollywood films?
I feel that you get different sort of visions in independent film that maybe that's more interesting than in a giant blockbuster.
Right, there you heard it, ladies and gentlemen. You get different visions in an independent film than you do in a giant blockbuster. So, if you were fucking laughing so hard, I'd be able to. I tried my best to hold that together, to keep that stupid idiot fucking on that show, and I couldn't do it.
It was a valid point. Still, I believe.
This is the part that I love. He almost sounded like NPR for the first two lines. I feel that you get different visions.
Like he's wearing a turtleneck and loafers.
Sure, yeah. I got brought into the conversation I wanted to add. I'm sorry.
They use more thinking stuff than the blow-up stuff, people. I felt like I brought a fucking date to dinner who was a fucking mongoloid and just started rubbing goddamn mashed potatoes on their balls.
Got all my chromosomes.
Here's my buddy Pit Doc. How you doing, Pit Doc?
Hey, Ronnie, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you since Sunday. Can you do for me your James Mason impression?
Here's the problem I have, though. When I do impressions of people, I notice I just say their name. So I'll say James Mason, and that's it. That's as far as like David Steinberg. I don't know why. I would kill to have just a little bit of what Jay Moore has, or Anthony has, where you could just jump into that and do a couple of lines of it.
Ronnie, then can you say this for me?
Yeah.
I have very important work to do. My attention removes me from the disc in the loop.
How about that?
That's fantastic. I was thinking about you the other day, too, because I found a pork sandwich place that was amazing.
Where is it?
Well, it's down on the lower kind of west side, called Rocket Pig. Rocket
I've
Pig.
heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, next time you're in town, you ought to eat some Rocket Pig, dude.
I will. One more question. Hicks, why didn't you do a 5 on the South by Southwest songs this year? Didn't you want to listen to 2,000 songs?
I didn't see the list come out, the actual file of all the songs.
Okay, just thought I'd ask. Take it easy, man.
Peace, my friend.
Bye.
Jeremy, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Yeah, do you think the Indiana Pacers have a chance to win the NBA championship this year?
Very slight. Very, very slight.
Very slight.
I think we're looking at either Miami or OKC. What do you think, Shelby? You're a basketball guy. You're Portland again? Oh, you're Portland. Oh, place to move? Portland.
I'd say Portland. They're on a 5-game winning streak, and Aldridge just went down with a back injury.
Who would you pick if you had to bet money right now?
Westbrook can stay healthy. OKC.
I hate that team. I despise them for stealing Seattle's team. Despise them.
It's not their fault.
It is their fault.
It's not Durant's fault.
It's the players' fault and it's the fans' fault. That's the people I blame. Who I don't blame, the owners.
Wait.
I blame the players and fans in that order. I don't blame the owners because that's capitalism at work. Derek, you're on the Run of Fez show.
What is the most important invention of all time?
The printing press. Printing press changed everything in the world.
Really?
And the world's still fucking dealing with it now. Before that, the only information people would have is shit that they were told. After the printing press, people would be able to read things for themselves. Shelby, what do you think?
Toilet.
Shitbox, huh? Boy, talk about an invention that hasn't been upgraded enough over the years. Toilet and toilet paper, still the same.
Also a bidet. I guess that was the last upgrade to the bathroom.
Not even in this country, though.
Weird, right?
The French are over there hosing their asses out.
And the Japanese.
They just eat it off.
Oh, God. Fezzy?
Fire.
Fire's an invention?
Yeah, I think so.
It exists in nature. Controlling fire is something, but fire is not an invented thing. It's like saying rain is a great invention. We do need it, but we didn't invent fire. We got it from nature. But yes, you are right. Without fire, it's weird to me. We're still the only animals using it. Come on, think, hippos.
They're afraid of it, man.
Oh, stays good. Because this is what kills you about a dog. They'll fucking eat cooked food in a heartbeat. They will eat it, along with like a little puppy cake. Look at Birdie Dog, 1 year old. Birdie Dog having a party. Fez never brought this up to me. I guess he got a text about a week ago, and I just saw it last night. But I get this picture, and I'm like, and I'm told, do you know who this is? These two little girls are. And I'm like, well, I recognize the one, my niece, and the other one is Fez's niece, and they're best pals in Florida, in school.
What?
They hang out together in school. Nothing with us putting them together. They go to the same school, and this was a picture of them at the lunch table. I was fucking cracking up over that. And I think they might even be gaying it up a little bit. And he's still not even reacting to that. All right, we got to go to break here.